Hey, hey, good evening, everybody. Peter and Julie here. It's Tuesday Night Live. We are in, boy, I want to say we're in hot Atlanta because literally before we rolled, I just opened up my windows and my doors. It's weather's all over the place here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nuts. So I've been like opening my front door, opening some doors in the back. I know fall is the time that you air your house out, but I don't mind airing my house out in the spring whatsoever. So I absolutely love just being able to open the windows, open the doors, let the fresh air in until the pollen starts. And that's the point where you can't do that.
That brings on another set of issues and problems. Well, we're glad you guys are here. We got something really like today. I'm going to tell you, after today, we are going to change some of y'all's lives. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. There's going to be some barriers that Julie and I are going to knock down today, break through. We are going to present things to you tonight that some of you, if you haven't heard about what we're doing, are going to be like, wow, where has this thing been? So, going to be very, very exciting. We're going to get started here in just a couple minutes. All right, tell us where you're dialing in from. Julie and I always want to know where our audience is from. So put inside the chat where you are dialing in from.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, our first one is Brad Woods from Marietta, Georgia. We got Brian from Beverly Hills, Florida,
Wow.
not California, Florida. Barbara in Cumming, Georgia. Ricardo from San Antonio, Texas. George Church from Greenville, South Carolina. Christine from Millstadt, Illinois. I hope I said that correctly. Let's see. Chris from H Town, Texas. Jermaine from Alton, Illinois. Duana from Richmond, Virginia. Antonia from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. And Jackson, Mississippi. Absolutely. You know what's crazy is I've traveled quite a bit over the years, and I go to Louisiana a lot. To me, Mississippi is one of the most beautiful places in the United States. I know a lot of people don't say, "Oh, that's not one of the first places when you say something's beautiful here." But if you've not been through South Mississippi, you are missing out. We've got Michael from Dallas, Texas, Russell from Buffalo, New York, Harry from Corpus Christi. Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. I'm so glad you're here with us this evening.
Yes, yes, yes. We're going to begin starting here in just a couple minutes just to get everybody settled in and dialed in. Guys, tonight we're going to teach you some really cool stuff. But the good thing, tonight's one of those things we're going to actually walk you through stuff. So if you're one of those people that likes to take notes, writes things down, don't worry about it. Tonight it's literally plug and play. We're going to introduce the tool that we have, which by the way is amazing. We're going to talk about it. We're going to tell you the value add of why this tool is so important. And then Julie's going to walk you through the tool. I mean, like literally hands-on walking through. Talk about like virtual, like this is the kind of stuff we couldn't have done a while back. But some of your guys, this is a strong statement, but some of your guys' lives will change tonight. I mean, that's the only thing I could say. There's things that you thought you could not do. There's things that you thought were prohibitive to do. There's things that you maybe even thought you couldn't afford to do, that tonight we're going to flip it all upside down. We're going to flip it all upside down. So get ready, get fired up, get excited. We are going to be rolling here very, very, very shortly.
Yeah, as Peter was saying, I mean, tonight's definitely going to be a game changer. And guys, we're just waiting for people to join us to get on board before we start our presentation. But we do got Erica from Cumming, Georgia. We've got Bill from, I'm assuming, Sacramento, California, where literally one of my favorite people is from. Actually, Barry, which is one of our master coaches here at Partner Driven. He lives there in Sacramento. I've been there several times. It's actually, Bill, one of my favorite airports in America. You know how like the terminals have all of the like the suitcases when you come into the where you pick up your bags. I don't know why I remember that, but that's why I like Sacramento Airport so much. I love picking up my bags there and seeing that. We got Vitali from Portland, Oregon. So glad you're here. And the great thing about tonight is no matter where you're calling from or where you're listening from tonight, whether you're all the way in Portland, Oregon, or whether you're in Miami, Florida, real estate is a great business to be in. And we are going to show you guys a way tonight, a way for you to be able to get into real estate investing, for you to learn, for you to grow, and do it at a manageable amount of money. And this is something that wasn't available, to a lot of people even a year ago. And I'll tell you, it's by using other people's money, right? Who don't love using other people's money? So can't wait to share with you what we have tonight. So glad that you all have joined us. Hope you're having a good week.
Sorry, Julie. This is why I love doing these with you, because if I get in the jam, I know you could do some talking.
Yeah, I can talk. I've definitely got the gift of gab for sure.
All right, guys, we are going to be getting rolling here. Tell you what, let's get rolling here. It's about that time. Again, my name is Peter Vexelman. My cohort on the other side is Julie Muse. Julie and I have been together for well over 10 years in this real estate industry. We've done this business all kinds of ways. We've done it the conventional way, and we've done it and currently doing it the partner way. And I could tell you, if you were to just wake us up in the middle of the night and hold a gun to our head, which way's better? I bet I know what I would say, and I bet I know what Julie would say. The partner-driven way is absolutely the best way to do this business. And we know there's two types of people on here tonight. Some of you guys are our partners, and we're so glad you guys are here. This is another chance for Julie and I to connect directly with you, to give you some great information. And if you're a partner that falls into a certain category, which we're going to go over here in the middle in just a little bit, you're going to tremendously benefit from tonight. Okay. Some of y'all are not quite partners, but you've been following Julie and I. You may have been you're probably talking to a team member of ours. That's probably how you found out about this. And you're here tonight to just kind of hopefully solidify, like, are you in or are you out? Are we the type of partners that you want to have in your life? Are we the type of people you want to be running this business with? So you want to, this is kind of your chance to figure out if the partner-driven model is the route you want to take. What Jolie and I are going to share with you is going to make that decision like a no-brainer here. Like literally in the next couple minutes, Julie and I will be like, okay, or especially if some of you guys have been following us and maybe cost has been an issue for you. Like you're like, oh man, I got it. I see the value. I just can't afford it. Well, guess what? Get ready, because we're going to flip everything upside down here tonight. So no matter what category you fall into, we're glad you're here tonight. I think almost everyone who's listening to us tonight will be able to benefit from what we're going to share with you. Some of you guys will benefit from tonight, like literally tonight. Some of you guys will benefit from. Some of you guys will benefit from this in upcoming future, for whatever reason. And some of you guys may just look at this tonight and like, this is not my cup of tea. That's okay also. But at least you'll learn something. So before we introduce this incredible really what we're going to talk to you guys about is an incredible third-party funding source. Something that'll make you, if you're a partner making some payments to us, boom, we're going to cut just the payments themselves like in half or more. And if you're not quite a partner yet and you're like, man, I don't have the money to be a partner, guess what? We have connected with a third-party source that'll actually give you the money to become a partner. That's the bottom line. But before we get it, and by the way, it's so easy. Like we're going to do something I don't know if we've ever done before. I guess we did with Rafa one time, but I don't know if we even followed through. We're going to actually literally Julie's going to walk you guys through. So literally some of you guys will know tonight, wow, winning, I'm in. Okay. So that's how powerful what tonight is going to be all about. But before we get into that, and I like to share the partner model. If you're a partner, I think you need to hear the partner model. Like I've been doing this as long as anyone, the partner model, right? And every day I experience something new in it. Like I learned another thing that we're doing, another something that's a value add. Today I was on this thing called Clubhouse, Julie. I know you know about it. And I was just kind of bouncing. I was driving from the workout and I was speaking on Clubhouse, and then somebody raised their hand and somebody asked me a question. Oh no, I'm sorry. Somebody brought up the word deal driven. I'm like, dude, I own deal. And the conversation changed. And these people that were using deal driven didn't even know I was there. They were
That's
telling me,
nuts.
yeah, it was crazy. They were telling me what deal driven does. And like, if anybody should know what deal driven does, it's me. So bottom line is what I'm trying to say is even I, that still am marveled by all the things that partner driven model does. So if you're a partner, this is going to be important. I want to kind of take you through the process one more time of everything we do, everything that's available, and make sure that you're capitalizing on everything. And if you're not a partner, you probably already know to a certain degree what the partner driven model is all about. Well, guess what? I'm gonna take it up a notch. Okay, but really, when people say, well, what is the partner driven model? The best way I could summarize the partner driven model is we simply give everyday people all the way across the United States the ability to close real estate deals. And how we do that is we provide what are known as the pillars, the absolute critical pillars of success if you want to be an investor. See, if you want to be an investor, there are certain things that need to be done. Like either you're going to just raise your hand and say, oh, that's fine, I'll just do every single one of them. Or you're going to need to somehow connect with somebody that has them. But these pillars are not like it's not like having a dry cleaner and say, well, I'm not going to use like Tide, I'm going to use this. Okay, these are non-substitutable pillars. These are non-negotiable. And at partner driven, after, me personally, 22 some years in this business, thousands of real estate deals, we feel like we can deliver these pillars to our local partners. Pillar number one, we coach and mentor every single one of our partners. We feel like that is a non-negotiable pillar. I have never, ever, ever, ever talked to somebody in real estate who became successful that says something like, well, that was an accident. What the heck happened there? Man, that was the last 5 years. I guess I was just getting lucky every time. Impossible. You cannot shortcut, or you could definitely not negate the pillar of knowledge in this business. So we pride ourselves, after doing literally thousands and thousands of deals, we pride ourselves on the knowledge that we bring to the table for our partners. And when it comes to knowledge, we deliver it in all kinds of ways. Every day we give our partners the ability to get together in a community style way, because we feel communities is a great way to learn. Every day our partners have the ability to connect with us and our team members literally on a one-to-one basis. So if there's a way to kind of tackle it from a coaching, mentoring perspective, we at Partner Driven deliver all of it. The second pillar of success, in today's marketplace, you need technology. In the old days when I got started in real estate, technology was like, it was like this, like a handheld telephone. That was exciting. Like you could call somebody from a handheld telephone. I mean, that was about as technology advanced that things got. Then after I was in a business, technology did become a reality, and it actually gave people that had access as investors to technology an advantage. I could tell you any longer, you have to have it. It's no longer just an advantage. If you don't have it, you're going to be clobbered, because we live in the world of fast-paced information, accuracy. We live in the world where you have to be able to access things from a central location. This is all technology. So if you want to be a real estate investor, you absolutely need to have technology. And we have what we feel like right now is the premier technology app in the real estate called Deal Driven. And our partners give full-blown unfettered access to that. The next thing is that you need in real estate, and this is kind of I don't care if you've never done a deal or if never really even approached a deal, you always hear the thing motivated sellers, right? I mean, if you don't have a motivated seller, or if you don't know how to find a motivated seller, this is going to be a very difficult, very lonely, very tedious business. Well, we actually have an incredible CRM called Deal Engine HQ. And so for our partners, and by the way, we're in the process of rolling it out to all of our partners as we speak tonight. Our partners have the ability to actually have motivated seller leads, which is that's leveling up. That's taking things to the next level, because most of the time people have to find them themselves. We're providing resources to generate those leads. The next thing you need a back office. I mean, this is a critical pillar of success. And by the way, every time I talk about back office, I always say the same thing. Nobody thinks about it. Like I know Julie didn't get into the real estate so we could push paper. I mean, there's no way we got into real estate so we can coordinate buyers and sellers. Like when I got started, I'm thinking, I cannot wait to start coordinating buyers and sellers. As a matter of fact, I will tell you, it takes a special personality to do those things. It takes a special personality to take an irate buyer and an irate seller and coordinate all that. And so it takes special wisdom to have the right contracts and the right verbiage on the contracts. It takes special knowledge to be able to kick out values. All of that is part of what's known as back office in real estate. We have what Julie and I consider to be, and I'll tell you, I know all the big investors out there. We have the premier back office out there, and all of our partners have full unfettered access to our back office. Finally, when we find the right deals, we provide 100% of the capital to do those deals. That's very important. Some deals need capital, some don't, but when they need it, it's on us. But here's the other thing is, regardless of whether you use our capital or we structure a deal where capital is not needed, if something goes wrong, and guys, after 3,500 deals, can I tell you things still go wrong? If something goes wrong, it's on me. I eat 100% of the loss. So we give our partners all the upside, and we literally in our partner model take away all the downside. Then we simply put the properties in the market, sell them, split the profits down the middle, 50-50. And that right there is the partner-driven model. We coach, we mentor, generate leads, give you technology, provide back office, provide the money, sell the properties, and we split the profits. And we have more deals going on with partners than we ever have. Our partner program model is absolutely exploding. We are like beyond. Julie and I spent a weekend here with 15 of our partners, came into Atlanta. I mean, we did everything. We hung out with them. We partied with them. We toured with them. We learned with them. We then did dinner with them. We invited them to our house. I mean, it was just like, that's what we do with the partner family. It extends beyond just doing deals. It turns into relationships, friendships. And it's just an amazing thing that really, I can't say that Julie and I, when we started this thing, we're like, yep, this is where we're going to be a couple of years from now. We just wanted to do more deals, really, is when we started this thing. And this has literally transformed my life, Julie's life, and all the the team behind us that makes all this possible. But what we're going to talk to you guys about today is an incredibly important piece, because with anything in real estate, there has to be an investment. We feel very strongly. Okay. So when partners start with us, we ask them to put some money down, nowhere near the kind of money we put up, and I don't mean just money for deals. I'm talking about the salaries that have to be paid, the office space that has to be paid for, the technology data has to be paid for. Sometimes people think, well, we just show up and deals happen. No, this isn't beyond. This is a well into 6 figures a month type of a model that we operate. So, and then on top of that, we put money into deals. So there's partners that we have like 7 figures plus over into. We're okay with that, but we know also, and if you guys are looking into real estate, you know this also, that we feel like the way to get to qualify the right partners, we ask everybody put some money into the program, not just the entrance fee, not into the deals themselves, but just the entrance fees. So if you're a partner here tonight, some of you guys are making payments. We're going to give you a legitimate third-party source that'll literally reduce those payments. Like literally sometimes maybe cut them as much as 50% or more. What does that mean? That buys you more time to do deals. I mean, that's really the only way you got to look at it. It'll buy when you could stretch out your payments, because remember, you're not financing something for 100 years. You're paying something off over a fairly short period of time. But the smaller that payment is, especially when it's done over a shorter period of time, the more time you have, the more potential stress you have and all this. So the way, as a partner who's making payments for us tonight, we want you to go through this process. And by the way, there's a little qualification. We'll go through that in a minute also. We want you to go through the process. And if you qualify, I'm going to tell you right now, it makes sense. It makes sense to just whatever is still owed, let them give it to you, pay it off, and just make the small payments to them. It'll be a lot easier. Some of you guys have been following us for quite a while, and that has literally been the barrier. You just couldn't financially afford the partner-driven model, and we get it. By the way, I've been there 20 some years ago where I wanted to do things that were very good for me to do back then, that would have been very smart. But like when you're broke or can't afford it, you can't afford it, right? It's like, so I relate. I know Julie's been in places in her life where she just couldn't afford things that she knows she needed. So we're super excited about you guys because we have now connected and teamed up with a third party funding source that'll literally give you the money to join the partner program. So check this out. I bet almost all, not everybody, but a lot of people that get started with us get started because you could use our money, our technology, our infrastructure, our back office, our lead gen, right? Well, now we're actually going to give you, we're going to get somebody to give you the money to join. So it's like somebody gives you the money to join and we give you all the things that you need to be successful. Like, if you really think about that, it's pretty darn cool. Like, literally, it is now possible, not for everybody. We're going to go over some qualifications. It is literally possible to be in the partner-driven model without having any initial money out of pocket and very, very, very low, reasonable monthly payments. And I could tell you, when I saw this like a couple of weeks ago, or whenever I saw it 3 weeks ago, I'm sure Julie remembers the date because my butt was on fire. I'm like, this is a legit thing. This is exactly how this needs to be done. If there's a way to bring down our barrier to entry for either for our existing partners, make it easier on them, or our potential partners, if there's a way to bring that down, the entry fee, the barrier to entry, we got to do it. And literally within 24 hours, we had this thing ironed out, signed, sealed, and delivered. We now have new partners basically using somebody else's money to join our program. We have existing partners that have used other people's monies to kind of, wipe the slate clean. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm standing behind this, and I know Julie is too. This is a legit opportunity to get third-party money to utilize the entry fee into the partner-driven family. Now, there are some qualifications. And so I'm going to let Julie, but here's the cool thing, guys. This is very important. This is where we're going to get like really interactive. We want you to go through the process right now of going ahead and getting qualified. Okay. We're going to now, I will tell you, and Julie will go through this. There are just a couple qualifications. I'm going to rattle them out because if you don't qualify, there's really no reason to go through it. And I'm sure Julie will go through it, but you have to have a minimum 620 credit score. You have to have a year's worth of consistent employment. And by the way, if COVID knocked you out, but you're back with the same employer, no harm, no foul, that counts. And you have to have a $40,000 a year minimum salary, whether it comes from your personal business. And by the way, if it's your own personal business, you're going to have to show 2 years of tax returns. If you're W-2 employee, just the last 12 months of verification that you've made at least you only made $40 million, that you made $40,000 through one corporation. And that's it. I mean, and let me tell you, that's a very, very low barrier to entry. 620 credit score, years employment, $40,000 year salary in the last 12 months through one employer. And if you happen to be a business owner, we still want you still have to make that 40,000, but you have to just prove that you do through tax returns, because that's how business owners do it. So having said that, guys, I'm going to flip it to my partner, Julie. She's going to literally walk you through this app. Okay, through this application process. Go ahead and get pre-approved. So once you do that, if you're a brand new partner, now, by the way, you can only do this if you use the money for our partner program. That's the way this has been set up. This is the only way they're going to give you the money. So in essence, the money goes through you, but it goes to us. Okay, so that's very important. Do not go through this process if you're like, I'm going to go buy a car because they'll get you for fraud. Okay, that's not what this is. This is specifically set up between really us and that company through you to be used for the partner-driven fee. So if you're like ready to rock and roll tonight, and that was like your last thing, by the way, if you're ready to rock and roll tonight, you may still want to go through this process because it's all you're going to do is just reduce the fees. I mean, not reduce, but you're going to cut the monthly payments by a tremendous amount. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to flip it over to Julie. Remember, if you're ready to go, or if you're already making payments to us, go through this process as long as you meet those 3 or 4 qualifications. Julie, take it away.
Awesome, guys. Well, I am going to share my screen this evening and go through a presentation with you guys. Hey, did you know there's a new way to join partner program without having to use your own money like Peter talked about? I know it sounds crazy because we are so used to hearing about how you have to invest in your own success. but no one tells you exactly how to get the funds you need to do it. Well, that is oftentimes true. I'm going to share 3 secrets with you today that are going to revolutionize the way you think about being held back by money forever again. Hi, my name is Julie Muse, and I'm a co-founder here at Partner Driven Real Estate Investing, an organization that has helped countless investors just like you make money from real estate without having to risk their own capital. So, what is this new way of joining our partner program? It's very simple. It's a third party funding service that allows us to invest in your success today without you having to take on the full cost. We have just released a new offering that will allow you to get access to the funding you need to get started in our partner driven program. So, I'm going to share with you 3 secrets about how you can start today and get your tuition completely funded so that you can finally join Partner Driven without having to use your own money to get started. And I know what you're probably thinking. How is that even possible? Right, Peter?
Right.
But again, I'm going to show you this brand new, easy way you can get started with Partner Driven and get the program funded with other people's money and get amazing results fast. So, the first secret is this: we have just released a brand new program that allows you to get your partner driven program funded by third party providers. The big idea here is that you can now get third party funding to help you start the partner driven program to close your first deal. This is important because this gives you the opportunity to join Partner Driven at the lowest monthly cost ever. And the best part is that even if you're already a partner, you too can have the priority access to these funds to help you support your success with Partner Driven, and also access to lower monthly price than you're paying right now. The second secret is that almost everyone can qualify for this new program. The main thing to understand here is that almost anyone can easily qualify for this program as long as you have above a 620 credit score and an income above $40,000 a year. This means that as long as you have a 620 plus credit score and 40,000 a year job, you will most likely qualify. Like, there's no down payment, and you can secure payments as low as, get this, Peter, $350 to $550 a month for our program. That's not even the best part, is that there is no prepayment penalty. So you can easily pay it off with the earnings as you begin to close deals. Isn't that amazing? I mean, imagine being able to pay and secure payments of $350 to $550 a month for our program. Start working on your real estate investing business now. And whenever you start closing deals, you'll have the ability to pay this off earlier, and there's no prepayment penalty. But you may be asking, oh, what if I'm self-employed or on a W-2, right? Like a lot of us. That's no problem. If you're a W-2, all you have to do is prove 1 year of employment. If you're a business owner, all you need is 2 years tax returns to prove your gross income. 2 years tax returns to prove your gross income. And that's it. That sounds pretty simple, right, Peter?
Straight up.
Right, guys? I mean, everybody that's on this call, that sounds very simple, right? Well, there's one catch, kinda. This is a business to business funding, which means that the amount that is lent has to be used 100% on this business program. I'm going to repeat that. This is a business to business funding, which means that the amount lent has to be used 100% on this business program. They believe in our program and the success of our community is generating, and they want to support us to grow in this success. The only ingredient that is missing is you. That's the only ingredient that's missing is just you. The third secret I'm going to share with you today is just how easy it is to qualify. All you have to do is click the link right now to get qualified tonight. So what I would like to do is I would like for you to share the link in the chat right here tonight. So if we will share that link inside the chat, I would really like to go over with everyone how to fill out this application and show you just how easy it is for you to be qualified tonight.
So Julie, let me just one more time. I want to make sure we're all on the same page. If you are a partner-driven partner, part of the family, and you're currently making payments and you have those 3 qualifications Julie's asking for, $40,000 provable income, year employment, 620, this is a great opportunity. Or if you know the partner-driven model and you're ready to join, and this has kind of maybe been a hindrance, or maybe you just want to kind of join with a lower potential monthly payment, and you qualify, then you want to go through application. All right. So either way, click away and Julie will walk you through, and literally within the next hour or two, you'll know if you're qualified and you're good to go. Sorry, Julie. Did we lose Julie?
Just a second. Let me just.
Okay, we may have lost Julie. Kristen, are you there? Can you walk somebody through this?
Yeah, hold on, let me grab it.
All right, here we go. Kristen's taking over. We are partner driven. And so Kristen, who knows this application inside and out, knows how to do this. So make sure you guys have clicked this link if you qualify, and Kristen will walk you through. Go ahead, Kristen.
I'm just pulling up Julie's presentation real quick.
She's at the point where she's walking everybody through, ready to click. I would just take it from there.
Ready? Give me 1 second, guys.
All right, while she's booting up, guys, make sure if you qualify, you hit that link and you're at screen number 1. And I would just start walking them through as if they're at screen number 1. Where it says select a loan purpose.
Yep. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, guys. So once you click on the link, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on Maior Purchase. All right. And like Julie said, this is super easy. So once you guys click on Maior Purchase, you're going to use this slider to select the amount. So
and if you're a partner, remember, you don't have to take the whole amount, but you kind of know what your balance is with us. Go to the next, go to the next, $5,000 increment, and then we could make an adjustment. So you kind of sort of know what the balance is with you. Go to the next $5,000 increment. And guys, if you're not a partner here tonight, just go for 15,000. Again, we could massage it down the road, up or down.
All right. So then once you guys do that, you're going to start inputting your information. So do your first and last name. I'll go ahead and get everyone a minute to do that. You're going to input your cell phone number. They do utilize text messages, so please be sure that it is a cell phone, because they'll send you text to let you know if you're pre-approved and how to schedule a call with them. After that, you're going to put in your birthday. And this is all just regular personal information. And guys, this is a soft pull, so there is no harm in applying for this. It will not affect your credit. And then you're going to input your social security number. So I'll give everyone a few minutes to do this. All right, the next step is your zip code. So verify your residence. All right, you're also going to put your street address, city, and state. All right, and then how long have you lived at your address? And be sure that you do it in years, not in months. Your type of residence. Do you own the property? Do you own it, but you still have a mortgage? You're renting the property, or other. So choose whichever one applies to you. All right. Monthly rent and mortgage amount. All right. So if you do own the property and you don't have any mortgage or any monthly rent or anything like that, just put 0 and click continue. All right, so this is an estimate on your credit score. So you just choose between the options. There are more than just fair. There's another option below it. So 720 to 850, excellent. 680 to 719, good. 640 to 679 is fair. And then I think the last one's going to be poor, but it's going to be in that 620 range. And just do your best guess on this. All right, your employment status. So full-time, part-time, self-employed, or unemployed. All right, so if you're a W-2 employee, you're going to select full-time or part-time. If you're self-employed, 1099. And this is what's your yearly pre-tax income. All right, so this is where that 40,000 gross income comes in, not what you bring home. Right? How often do you get paid? Weekly, bi-weekly, twice monthly, monthly, or other. How do you get paid? Right, either direct deposit, paper check, or cash. Right, and for cash, it has to be deposited into a bank account to qualify for the funding, because it has to be verifiable income. All right. And you're just going to agree to be contacted by text and email by the funding team. You're going to agree to pull credit. Like I said, it is a soft pull. You read and understand all the terms and conditions and consent. Once you've been pre-approved, then we'll schedule a call for you guys with this team, and they'll walk you through like all the details and anything else like that. All right. And that's it. So don't worry about responding to anything that you get any offers until you speak to an easy funding specialist. Right, 'cause
All
I
right,
do-
they're coming in, Kristen. They're coming in. I
Oh,
see
I know.
them on the side.
I was gonna say my messages are blowing up right now.
That's awesome, guys. Guys, I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish off, Kristen.
That was it.
Oh,
Man,
look,
thank
Julie.
you. Well, thank you so much for Kristen for taking over tonight. I really
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for.
No, that was awesome, guys. All we're done today. I mean, this is simple. What we are here at Partner Driven is we're always trying to shortcut the process, because the one thing I've learned after being broke for as long as I have, and then finally crawl, slowly kind of inching my way out of that. Make no mistakes about it. There are shortcuts to success. There are absolutely shortcuts to success. And we here at Partner Driven constantly try to provide as many shortcuts that are real estate related as possible.
Mhm.
Well, tonight we provided a shortcut. It's a barrier to entry. It's a way to reduce your monthly payments if you're already making payments. It's a way for some of you guys who are ready to get started but had this issue. It's a way for you to shortcut the time from which you can get started. Okay? It's a shortcut. And in life is too long to go down the path. That's the long path. I could tell you that right now. As somebody that tried to do that, that stuff don't work. And so that's what this is tonight. It's a shortcut to getting on with us, or staying on with us and making things happen. I could tell you it's a legitimate one. I'm fired up that we have it. I'm excited about providing this to as many people as possible. It's pretty much straight up. You guys understand the model by now. We coach, we mentor, we generate leads, we give you technology, we fund the deals, we split the profits. And this is just a smart way to be part of a partner-driven world. That's just the best. I guess that's the best I could say it. This is
You know what, Peter? You know what the smart thing is, or what's happened this week is I watched 3 of our partners this week close deals. Right. And I'm so passionate because over this last weekend, we were able to meet some of these partners when we brought them to us. But guys, there is no time like the present for you to go out and follow your dreams. And for some of you, and you may be just like me, where some of you feel that real estate investing may be your path to success. For me, it was. And I'll tell you, I did not go to college. I didn't graduate from college and have some big degree, right? But one thing that I did possess, Peter, is, and you know this about me, but I possess the ability to be able to talk to folks. And when I tell you that now is the time to get into real estate, I truly believe that. All of you guys out there right now are seeing the ridiculous stuff that's going on in real estate, where everybody right now is paying above market value for properties. They're flying off the shelf, and that's great. That's absolutely wonderful, right? Because now's a good time to make money in real estate. But you know what? The equilibrium of what's going on in this business right now is going to change a little bit, unfortunately, whenever a lot of these moratoriums start to lift. And guys, there's going to be a lot of sellers that are going to need help, that are going to be facing pre-foreclosure. And you can be the person out there that can help them. And you could be the person that can explain to them why making a cash offer is better than them losing their house back to the bank. I know Peter knows this. I know this. When you go into foreclosure, you're literally going to have a foreclosure on your credit report for 7 years, which is nuts. And by utilizing our revolutionary software, Deal Driven, once you get into our program, I will personally show you on one of my training calls exactly how to find these people in need. This business is about helping others and helping yourself, right? Lifting others while lifting yourself up. A lot of you are sitting out there right now and you're wondering, I don't know how I can afford to get into a program like this. What if, I'm asking you tonight, and please tell me in the chat, and if I'm wrong, let me know. If you could afford $350 to $550 a month as a payment, and real estate investing is your path to success, my question is, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? We've taken away the biggest barrier that there is. And there may not be another opportunity that's going to come to you like there is tonight. The biggest blessing in my life, because I've had lots of blessings over the years being successful in this business, but the biggest blessing now is watching people just like you close deals. Watching people like you get out of the lifestyle of working for somebody else that tells you what to do every second of the day. There's a point in life where you have to make a decision to do something for yourself. The biggest investment that you're ever going to make is not going to be in real estate, is it, Peter?
No.
It's not going to be in a car. It's not going to be in an RV. It's not going to be in whatever crap we buy. The biggest investment you're ever going to make is in you. And I ask you, why do you need an investment in yourself? Why is it important for you to do these things, right? You really got to go back and you've got to think about why you're doing these things. And you know what? 10 years ago, I was afraid, Peter. I was so afraid to go full time in this business. You know why? I wasn't sure where my next paycheck was coming. I wasn't sure what the future was going to hold. But I made an investment in myself so that I could provide for my family. And I want that for you guys tonight. Kristen, if you will, put that link in here tonight. This wasn't available to me. This was not available to me. This is I personally have not seen an easier way to borrow money to invest in myself. And Peter searched long and hard for a company just like this to get you the best rates and the lowest barrier to entry. And I have one thing I want to add, guys, is if you have a higher credit score, but yet you're not making the $40,000 a year, go ahead and apply anyway. You know how like people have these terms with like, okay, this is a hard line, this is a hard line. There are some soft lines. So you know what? It's okay to go ahead and apply tonight and invest in yourself. If you invest in yourself, that's going to be the biggest rate of return you're ever going to get. It's not going to be in real estate. It's going to be in you. So I encourage you tonight to make a decision. And I say make a decision to invest in yourself because I 1000% believe that partner driven is the best program that you can work, that you are going to be able to learn in, because we put this together, we put our heart and soul into this, and we're seeing people successful every day, every week. And you know, just apply. And you know what, everybody's like, oh, I don't want my credit to be pulled, right, Peter? You're like, I don't want to see this hard knock on my credit. It is a soft pull. Peter, what does a soft pull mean?
It means it doesn't affect your credit. I mean, really, the bottom line, the reason people do not want their credit pulled, because there's a connotation, which by the way is not always true, that the pulling credit reduces your credit score. This is a soft pull, which means it doesn't affect your credit score. Simple as that. It's like neutral.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know, just go ahead and start the application, fill it out, because I know this, I can't wait to work with you. I know Peter can't wait to start sending your money with your half of the deals. And again, like you said, we do provide back office support. We provide, by the way, 12 live training calls a week. Why do we do that? People often ask me, why in the world would you spend the time to train the way that you do? And it's this, because when we train people in the partner program to be successful in a selfish way, we're successful too from the deals that we're doing together. And what's the worst case scenario? You do a few deals and you figure out how to do this and you go off and do it on your own and you have a successful business. Peter and I know that. People have said to us many times, why would you train people how to do exactly what you do when you know good and well they're going to go off and do it on their own one day? That's fine. There is no, we never hold anything back, and we're never going to hold back your success. I encourage you tonight, whether you take the funding or whether you join Partner Driven, this is a family and we need more family members. And it's not about Peter. It's not just about me. It's about the other partners in this program that are going to be there to be a soundboard for you. So click the link.
Well, that's the message tonight, guys. It's a lower barrier to entry. It's a shortcut to success. It's the quickest way to get from where you are now to your ultimate dreams and goals. So really, that's all we have, guys. I mean, some of you guys see it, and we see that, you know, I'm actually, as Julie's talking, Julie, I was in the dashboard, in their dashboard, and it is amazing how many people are like, yep, when I saw this made sense to me, like, guys, I was like, this is a no-brainer. When I told Julie and the team about it, they're like, yeah, no-brainer, let's go. It's an absolute no-brainer. So we'll keep the link up. Julie, maybe if there's a way, let's go ahead. We could shut ourselves down, but let's keep the link up for everybody that may want to copy it over the next couple minutes. But that's it, guys. This is straight up. We're excited. We're fired up. By the way, Julie, while you were talking about those 3 deals, I had Mary text them to me. One deal, we got it for $90,000, selling it for $120,000. That's $30,000 profit. We'll be splitting with our partner. One deal we got for $250,000, selling it for $310,000. That's $60,000 we're splitting with our partner. And one deal we got for $55,000 and selling it for $80,000. That's $25,000 we're splitting with our partner there. So
let's talk about that, Peter. Like, I want to talk about that for a minute.
Okay.
So if we're splitting $25,000, right?
Yep.
So how much is that? $12,500?
You got it.
I want to ask you that are on this call tonight, if you knew how to do more deals, okay, and you got a check for $12,500 today, how would that make you feel? I know for me, it gave me the confidence to keep going. It gave me the confidence that I knew that I'd be able to provide for my family. This is what we do at Partner Driven every day. Every day. So I want to share my screen again. I know that we've given you the link, but I want to show you so that everybody understands. When you click this link, all you have to do, Peter, is go to Maior Purchase.
Yep, let's go through one more time. For those of you that have not, maybe when Kristen maybe caught you off guard because we lost Julie, is the link up, Julie? Can they click it and walk it through with you one more time?
It's the link is here.
Okay, perfect. It's in chat. Got it. So guys, for those of you that maybe could not, or maybe caught us in the back end, you're like, holy camoli, I'm in. Click the link now. All right, Julie, this is the screen they land on, right?
Yes. So all you got to do is click have a client choose Maior Purchase. And then it's like, how much would you like to borrow? For those of you that are already, partner driven clients, and you're like, well, you know what, this would reduce my monthly payment. You know how much, you owe left on the partner driven program. We made this available because we know how hard it is to work full time and, start a new business. We're just trying to help you reduce this monthly payment a little bit.
And by the way, if you're part of the partner driven community and the family already, you know approximately what you owe, go to the next 5,000. Okay, just go to the next 5,000. If we need to, we could always make an adjustment and massage it down or up if we need to. Okay, sorry.
Well, then the next thing you have to do is just your name.
And if
Everybody
you're,
knows your.
by the way, I'm sorry, Julie, if you're not partner and you just want to get started and you're trying to figure out, like, just apply for 15,000. Again, we could always adjust it one way or another if we need to. Go ahead. Sorry, Julie.
Yeah, and then all you've got to do is put your name, just your first name, your last name, and then what's your cell phone number? Don't give us a landline because it is 2021 and they're going to want, there's going to be some text messaging going back and forth to communicate with you. So once you put your cell phone number, what's your date of birth, right? This is giving them enough information, again, so they can do a soft pull. A soft pull will not affect your credit report, but they've got to verify exactly who you are. And then what's your social security number so that they can find the best rates and terms for them among all of their lenders. This company that we're referring you to does not have just one lender. They have a bunch of lenders that are going to be looking at you, right? And to choose who's the best lender for you with the best rates. What's your zip code? Because we want to verify your residence. What's your address? Then, how long have you lived there? Just put it in years and press continue. And then, do you own outright? Do you own with a mortgage? Are you renting or other? Just let them know that. Also, what's your monthly rent or what's your mortgage amount? What's the estimate of your credit? Now, I know if you're like me, I don't check my credit report every day, right? But I have a pretty good idea where it lies. So just pick what the estimate of your credit is. Then we want to verify they want to verify your employment or your income. So are you full-time? Are you part-time? Are you self-employed? Or are you unemployed? And I want to make this clear because Peter said this earlier today. If you were employed with a company, because it said you needed 1 year, right, Peter? 1 year of an employment.
1 year consistent employment with the current employer. If you were knocked out by COVID and you're still and now you're back with them, they're not going to count that knockout against you.
Which is beautiful because, you know, I hate it, but with COVID, a lot of companies had to furlough people for a certain amount of time. So as long as you're still with them and you came back within that same year, you'll still qualify. Who does that? Also, what is your yearly pre-tax income? Your yearly pre-tax income. And what is your payroll frequency? Are you getting paid weekly, bi-weekly, twice a month, monthly, whatever? Just let them know what that is. Also, your payroll type. Are you getting a check in the mail? Somebody giving you cash? Are you getting direct deposit? Because it has to be variable income, or I'm sorry, verifiable income, not variable. Also, you want to go ahead and acknowledge and consent for them to do this potential soft pull. Again, a soft pull does not affect your credit report. I've said this over and over again because for me, that really matters. I don't want my credit score to be dinged because I'm applying for something. This is just a quick look to see if you're pre-qualified, right? So make sure that they understand not to respond to any offers until you speak to an ease funding specialist so they can determine which offers best with you. So you're going to be scheduling a call with these guys. Guys, that's it. That is it. So there's only one or two things that are going to happen next. Either you'll get a bunch of pre-approvals and you'll be getting text to schedule with a funding specialist, and they will consult you on which of these options is best for you. Go ahead and book with them once you get that text so you can go over the best funding option for you guys, right? Or two, if there are no approvals, that's okay. because you and our team will just reconnect and we'll go over other options. Because Peter and I feel so strongly about our commitment to others across the United States, we want to go other options with you so that you're moving forward, and we're bringing that gap for you, and we'll get you started with that, with our partner driven program. We're always here to help, and I can't tell you all the amazing results we've gotten for investors just like you who are struggling to make the first real money in real estate. We also have a new investor marketing system, like Peter talked about earlier, that we're offering to our partners as a bonus so that you have to act now on the opportunity while it's still available. I mean, I cannot wait. I personally can't wait to see people on the other side, to see them doing deals. And guys, when I tell you that we've got a new marketing system for you, the marketing system that we provide to our partners, I've spent thousands upon thousands a month for this. We do this here at Partner Driven because our goal is for you to do deals. Our goal is for you to do deals. That's why we do what we do. So any questions tonight, put it in the chat. Any questions whatsoever. We're here for you. You know what? Maybe you don't need funding tonight. Maybe you've got, cash up front. Maybe that's something for you. There's a lot of you out there like that. If you're ready to get started with our partner driven program tonight, all you've got to do is give us a call or go to our website at www.partnerdriven.com to learn more, to speak to one of our specialists.
Or if somebody could put the phone number up in chat, if Kristen, you're still around, if you're ready to get started and you've already been talking to somebody and tonight you're like, I'm rolling, I don't need the funding, I got the money, then there'll be a phone number that will be put in the chat, 770-746-8585. And you'll be connected to a team member and we'll get you rock and rolling today. All right, guys, that's what we got. We got a shortcut. We got a viable, legitimate shortcut. For those of you that want to take advantage of it, the link is right in your screen. But on behalf of myself, Julie, and the rest of the Partner Driven family, we enjoy this. We'll see you guys same time, same place next week. We'll see you guys.